इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी, ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रैंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रैंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
A warm welcome to all the investors, and we heartily welcome all of you for our Business Opportunity Over Chai webinar series. This is a digital representation of the great business opportunity which we are representing today. Try to maximize this webinar by sharing your maximum queries in question and answer box. We'll start with the presentation from founder and the leadership team of this particular brand. Then we'll move towards a panel discussion. We welcome management team and the leadership team of Franchise India who are hosting this particular webinar. And the business opportunity which we are bringing on table for all of you is Quiktile. It's India's leading commercial space designers and transformers. They are backed by over 3 decades of design, innovation, and engineering experience. Quiktile is a patented and owned brand of Glue Design Private Limited. The mission of the company is to empower all smalls to large independent retailers in India and in emerging countries to modernize in terms of the shopping experience and technology. But to talk about this great opportunity and how Quiktile is a largest and the fastest growing recession-proof business, we have invited Mr. Niladri Mukherjee, who will take us through the entire business model and will talk about what he's offering today for all our investors. Thank you so much, sir, for spending time today, joining us and launching your brand on the platform of Franchise India. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon to everyone. I'm Niladri Mukherjee. I'm the founder of Glue Design and Quiktile. Let me share my screen first. Okay. I'm hoping and assuming everybody can see my screen.
Yes, it's visible now, sir. Thank you.
Perfect. Perfect. So good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Let me quickly take you through the background that we come from. So this is the index, but let me go straight into that. Who are we? We are a design innovation company. We've been around for almost 3 decades, and we have worked in the space of retail across all categories, FMCG, garments. So we work with almost 150 plus companies. From the point of sale, design, development for any new product that was being launched, our firm specialized in creating identities and then implementing them, manufacturing and implementing them around the country. So we have extensive experience in retail. The other division handles product design, where we actually design products like phones, fans, even automobiles, etc., for various brands. That is where our historical skills and engineering and the go-to-market strength comes from, product development. This is in history, but in the interest of taking more questions, let me actually go straight into what we are trying to do. What we want to be is we want to be the go-to brand for all independent retailers as well as retail chains. We see that there is a massive opportunity there. I will discuss that later. Our mission is to actually mobilize ideas and people to create value in the shopping experience. This is just a representation of our team, our office. We have a 1.5 lakh square feet manufacturing facility in Manesa. We are actually, the design office is stationed in Delhi and the manufacturing is in Manesa. So let me get straight to the opportunity that we have with us in India and in emerging retail. See, the world has changed rapidly, especially in the last 15 years. But what you will notice is the neighborhood kirana or the grocer and the chemist has really stayed the same. The new economy has brought in competition from organized and online players. The shopper has changed. It's been a radical change in what people expect from a retail brand or in shopping over the last, I think, just 15 years. I think the world exposure to the world standards have actually increased the aspiration of everyone in this country. Now customers expect to feel, touch, they want a larger assortment of products, they want to browse. Effectively, they want a very good shopping experience. But you will notice that actually most of the small shops around the country are operating from old world setups, and they have a challenge in terms of actually how to modernize. Interestingly, 2 years ago when COVID came in and everything shut down, only the kiranas and chemists stayed open. So what that did is actually they stayed open and they were able to meet the needs of all the customers. They innovated, they made small innovations to be able to meet. But what COVID has done is after coming out of COVID is actually the expectations of everyone in terms of what they want to feel and experience in a shop has become higher. He has even higher expectations than before COVID came in. They want a world-class shopping experience. They want a proper planned and designed store that they can browse easy. They want good lighting. They want good product visibility. They want safety and hygiene, and sanitize is also an integral part of the shopping experience now, which it wasn't before COVID. So effectively, the world pre-COVID and post-COVID, there has been a big shift. Now there are some interesting data points that I would like to share with you. Currently, our overall retail market is about 800 billion. By 2030, it's expected to grow naturally into 1.5 trillion. So there is a massive growth expected in this segment. Interestingly, 88% of the total retail sector is unorganized. So it's growing. The organized sector segment is growing, but it's still 88% is still completely unorganized. There are 13 million kiranas and there are about 1 million pharmacies currently in India. A very interesting data point is that there'll be an addition of 90 million new households by 2025. That's a huge addition to the consumer base that we have. And the average age of this shopper is going to be 25 years. This is so we have a massive population of young people who are highly aspirational. Interestingly, we looked at from the perspective of retailers. All retailers, online, branded, and independent, feel that they need an integrated retail delivery chain, so which actually takes the best of online and takes the best of offline, and this is what they have to offer for the next decade to our shoppers. Okay. So this slide is actually stating that in the overall retail market, the largest chunk is still food and grocery, is FMCG. It's about 60+%. This contributes a major chunk to the overall, what we say is $800 billion retail market. So food and grocery is one of the largest chain. Pharmacy contributes about 3 to 4% of the overall retail chain. If you notice, these two segments are the least organized, the food and grocery segment and the pharmacy chemist segment. These are the two segments where the gap is between organized players or online players. Unlike in other countries, the gap is massive. So this opportunity is going to be there for the next not only a decade, but even maybe more decades. So So our friendly neighborhood kiranas and chemists are not going anywhere. They just have to adapt and be ready for the next more or less 2 decades as such. So these two segments contribute 63% of the total retail market. The kirana opportunity itself is, let's say, the pan-India density, population per store is about 125 to 150 mark with 12 million stores or 13 million stores. So like I said, it's only just 3 to 4% organized. Now, all customers, we see a trend, are moving away from typical traditional grocery stores to modern units, to modern and safer things. Interestingly, what happened is during COVID, when all the other businesses died out or had to shut down, we see a lot of retailers in other categories who actually want to diversify into supermarkets or groceries or FMCG so that they have one business which is recession proof, because every time there is a COVID or a shutdown, all other kinds of categories shut down. So there are not only existing players who are individual retailers who are expanding, but there are also new players who actually want to open up, diversify into supermarkets and pharmacies to have one line of business that never shuts down, always grows. So if I go to the pharmacy opportunity, even this is about 96% unorganized. The overall, this business is valued to be 4.5 billion. It's supposed to grow to about 30 billion by another 2 years. Even this market is largely occupied by local players, unorganized local players. But what we notice is that this chemist and pharmacy segment, there is an intensive push for organized players who are coming in. There are aggregators who are coming in, and online retailers are coming in the pharmacy segment. So, but the opportunity still, even if all these players come up, it's still anywhere, it's between 80 to 95%. So it is a market that will stay there for at least 2 to 3 decades, and it's not going to reduce with time. Store modernization as such, it's just one part. It's perceived to be rather complex and difficult, or it's a skilled, either you need an architect or an engineer. But the fact is, everyone realizes that a shopping experience is one of the biggest ways to retain customers and to increase sales. We are focused in exactly this category. Our objective has been to empower these small retailers so that they can actually modernize literally overnight, and then they can expand into other areas of business as well. So we have a patented system called Quiktile. What we noticed that anybody who recognized that they needed to change and modernize and be prepared for the next decade, it seemed like a very complex and a daunting proposition. How will I change? What will I use? Who will design it for me? Who will manufacture it for me? So what we wanted to do is to actually build a system that is so easy that everybody can understand, and literally everyone can literally design their own stores in the way they want. And with our specialization, we help them actually detail the store out better, so it's a better planned store. So Quiktile is just a small metal tile that you screw onto the wall, and then everything else actually just fixes into the wall. This is highly modular, and it can be changed, meaning you'll see that we have an extensive assortment of accessories that you can actually, from oils to various kinds of products, etc., can be, it's already thought of, from laddies to all categories of products. Our guarantee is that if you give us a store, we will give it to you within 48 hours in a completely reformed way. There is another system that we have is called Quick Tracks. It's also based an extension of this Quiktile system, which is at a different lower price point to help smaller retailers actually modernize. Then we have another system called Quick Fold. It's almost like a shop in a box. You can literally order your fixtures online and can be installed by yourself, because everything just folds and it's packed, and it's very easy to sort of install at the shop. So we have 3 extensive product ranges. And then there is a more premium version of the same thing when people want to stand out and want a very, very definitive look. Our system allows them to be able to do that. So these are just some images of before and after Quiktile. So this is a store which was about 1,000 square feet store. This is what it looked like. And this is what it looked after 48 hours. The point to note is our systems are actually wall mounted, which means that you can do the fixtures and all the other activities in a store, be it flooring or lighting, can be done even after the fit out. Unlike other fixturing systems or solutions that you have to do everything and then bring the fixtures in. So this is another store, and this is what it became. In this was even less than a day. Actually, what we guarantee is if the store is 500 square feet, then we can give it back in a day. If it's about 1,000 square feet or plus, then it takes about 48 hours. This is a chemist store that got transformed overnight. Here you would notice that the Quiktile is also on the pillars. So you can merchandise even spaces or places that normally go to waste. This is a chemist before and after Quiktile transformation. And this is a supermarket. So I'm just showing you how we are different from anything else in the market is that we have a very, very extensive range, which is modular. It's almost like when modular kitchens came in, we are what you could say is we are the modular kitchens of Indian retail. But you can actually, from all the variety of accessories we have, it's very, very easy for anyone to literally combine all of them and get a very, very custom designed store. So our extensive range of wall bays, we have different kinds of gondolas, which are floor mounted units. We have all our counters, cash counters, billing counters are designed for Indian retail. They're not typically standard international larger units. They're all designed in a modular way so that you can combine and get the best use of places of billing or customer engagement. Different kinds of accessories that you can actually select to make sure that each category is designed properly and is displayed properly for the customer. And we also provide other accessories that go along with it, be it plastic crates for F&B, shopping bags. Then for chemists, we provide plastic drawer units. So we have a complete extensive range for any requirement that any supermarket, grocery, or even a pharmacy may have. So we have 5 color schemes, so it's very easy. And we also do, if the store is big, then we offer custom color or finishes as well. So like I've already mentioned that post COVID, the needs of an FMCG company or a pharma company to be visible in a store, brand visibility is very critical from a brand side. They need better shelving spaces. From a retailer, there is also a need to maximize our space utilization, improve space utilization, increase footfalls, increase impulse sales. Then also this whole aspect of reducing workload for staff or keeping their staff. So the stores, we help them and encourage them to design it in a way so that a store can be managed with nominal staff. And there is a revenue growth. We've noticed that a lot of the old world retailers, their children don't want to join the business. But the minute when they see that it's possible for them to modernize, then the next generation also joins. Now, customers, it's a given. They require and they need a shopping experience. And in a marketplace, if there is any store that modernizes, that we've seen that the percentage sales go up by literally minimum of 30%. They need better assortment, convenience, and browsing. The solutions that are available, let's say in these two spaces, are either carpenter-based solutions, which take a long time. And at the end of the day, it's utilization of board. So the stores do not really get designed in the right way. And the other alternative that is available in the marketplace is the supermarket gondola and wall units. Our system actually we've researched it so that the sizes, shelf sizes, footprint on the floor, etc., is actually for maximum utilization in a store. Typically, these solutions, even though are at the lower range, prices are comparable to ours, but it wastes a lot of space. The solutions that are available in the market, at least any retailer wastes about 20 to 25% space because of using these kind of solutions. The categories that we are focused currently at this point of time are supermarkets, pharmacies, fruit and vegetables, organic and wellness stores, bakery, dry fruits, etc., and garments. So let us say our market is small to medium kiranas, it's pharmacies, small to medium to large pharmacy, So if you notice that Quiktile, actually, it's possible to get a very unique look for a brand or for a store, even though you're using what is known as a Quiktile system. Then it can go to a larger premium supermarket formats where there's 6,000, 8,000 square feet of stores. It's all using the aspects of the Quiktile fixture. These are some of the stores, large stores that we've done around the country. Rural stores. Now there is a huge market opening in rural stores. So we've been actually implementing IFCO, about 400 stores around the country for pesticides, fertilizers, etc. rural stores, and also rural FMCG stores. We are rolling out stores for the Haryana government. Then Quiktile actually is also, this is also been customized for consumer durables and electronics, like a brand like Usha. So I'm showing you all of this to show you the versatility that is possible to do using Quiktile as a system. There are garment brands who are using, Bajor is a brand that uses Quiktile. Madura has a brand called People that has used Quiktile. We work with Samsung. There is a market that is there. Even in the liquor market, these stores are also, you've seen in Delhi that all these stores are modernizing. So Quiktile is a potential option to actually address this need of the market. Then there are, the need is, we are going to expand into paints and hardware. So like I said, that these are the current categories that we have, but what we are planning to do is each year bring in solutions for 2 new categories. So any partner that we have is not limited to 4 categories right now. So every year there'll be a new category and a new market that our partner and we intend to actually expand into. We are in the process of developing an application which actually everyone around the country can use, get the store designed online and order it. And like I said, we're going to expand into luggage, mobiles, and then subsequently actually even modular applications like kitchens, etc. at home. But I wish to iterate that currently we have chemists, pharmacies, supermarkets, confectionery, fruit and vegetables, and garments. So coming to what we are looking for partners around the country who can help establish this and deliver these solutions to the last mile in tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 towns, even metros around the country. So we launched this in September this year. So what we are planning to do is we are going to split it into 4 regions, north, east, west, south. These are the cities that we have isolated. We are looking at each segment, looking at it as that potentially there are about 25,000 stores and a minimum size of 25 lakhs. Our focus is not on metros. Our focus is tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 towns. The franchise program, what we are asking for is that what you need and our partner needs to do is to set up a showroom and what we call an experience center, showing off different products and a warehouse of 500 feet. So showroom is about 300 to 350 square feet. What our partner will have to do is to buy stock of 2,000 square feet, which is, let us say, at a pro rata is about 20 lakhs, which is, we are promising a 20% margin to all our partners, investors. So the stock of 20 lakhs will be given to our partner at 16. There is a franchisee fee of 3 lakhs. Like I said, the experience center is about 4 lakhs. So all in all, there is an initial investment that is needed of about 24 lakhs. We are setting we think that we do not want to set up extremely aggressive targets that become challenging. We think that actually, even if our partner does 2,000 square feet a month, then we're talking 24,000 square feet in a year. It gives a profit of 20 lakhs for year 1. We want everyone to get the money, their ROI as quickly as possible. So we are saying that we are looking for 24,000 square feet in a year, a total top line of 2.4 crores. And we are giving 20% margin to all the partners, gross margin on our sales. And on installation also, there is an additional margin that we give the partner that they charge about 5,000 for installation as well. So there's a total margin that you will get from any store deployment will be in the range of 25%. And I'd be happy to go into more details with everyone on in the Q&A. But broadly, with 24 lakhs, it's 2,000 square feet of implementation per month is actually quite nominal, because let's say tier 1 or tier 2 town, each store, a smaller medium-sized store which is 400 or 500 square feet, or even slightly bigger, just 4 of these, actually your return on investment already begins. So this is the update, but so I've already shared this with you. What we are going to give is, we are going to give marketing support to each of our partners. We are going to give an installation training. Design will be provided centrally from HO. Marketing will have to be support, but online sales has to be done by our partner on the ground. All the supply and production supply we will do, right? So what we want our partner franchisee to do is to actually set up the experience center, manage the sales CRM. We have a CRM that they can be a part of, and then manage payment, installation, and commissioning. Right, like I said, we are looking at food and grocery, pharmacy, supermarkets, hypermarkets, and the other 2 categories. So why we feel that we are the perfect partner to set up this around the country, because we've noticed that there is no brand that currently is addressing the needs of the retailers that actually have this challenge that is in front of them. And we have decades of experience that we bring to it, which has been built into the system. So what we feel is we are actually correctly placed to offer the product and the services to retailers, both individual retailers as well as organized chains around the country. So the long-term benefit of the franchisee is that we are not going to be constantly, we are innovating. So we will bring you more and more solutions for different categories, so that the market will never shrink and keep expanding into larger and larger areas of the market. This is in very short. This is what we are about. I would love to take the questions and be able to clarify and answer any questions that you have.
Great. Thank you so much,
Can
Mr. Mukherjee. And we needless to say that you're actually bringing a revolution, because we are into this business of franchise selling since a long time, probably 23 years now. The biggest constraint that we find with our people is like the nesting period when they open an outlet or a showroom. But the revolution you're bringing is probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks nesting period to bring up that makeup for the space is now just 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah.
Like really good.
Amazing, actually.
Yeah. What we need is just an empty store. That you just empty your store out and literally open up the next day. So
absolutely. And in fact, the unique selling point again is the urgency which is there in the market, because now we have 10 minutes delivery happening at a doorstep. You're out of butter while you're eating a paratha, and just in 10 minutes it's there with you. Similarly, you are bringing a revolution within 24 to 48 hours. You're opening it up. What we understand is definitely you got 3 decades of experience, and you are providing customized tiles, and these are not like ceramic tiles. We'll talk about the material that you'll be using, as we have a lot of questions popping up now. And you'll be also using a lot of technology in terms like, how this thing will definitely go on. So with that, we have a few questions coming up. So my friend Kunal will take a few questions.
Sure. Actually, I'm getting a question from one of our investor. What area needed to cover up or to start this business?
So what you need is about 350 to 400 square feet of space for a minimum showroom. This is what we call an experience center, because it's very critical. It's like this decision is buying a car. It's a family decision. When anybody invests or modernizes, the whole family participates in that. So when when they come and touch and feel the products, they get what. So that's about 350, 400, and another 500 square feet of warehousing space. So sub 1,000 square feet is you're good to go. And what we are suggesting is, as your business, so this is good enough to do 24,000 square feet of stock in a year. When you grow, then the area can expand. But we are saying about 800 to 1,000 square feet is good to go.
One more question is coming up in terms of weight compatibility. How much weight they carry? I mean, these
So,
kind of tiles.
so we've decided, so all the Kirana solutions, we worked with Hindustan Unilever's team to develop these, and we worked with actually All India Chemists and Druggists Association to develop the chemist solution. So we have shelves that can take 60 kilos, and we have a system that we call heavy duty shelves that can go up to 150, 200 kilos. So when based on what the product range is, we propose the solution and design to our customer.
That's wonderful. It's a solution because Kirana stores, probably the packets are pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Is it waterproof? Because we also have problems like
So
spill and probably
No,
rats and mouses. Mhm.
So firstly, we are using mild steel. We are doing a very good quality mild steel, which is powder coated. So all your Godrej almaris and cars and automobiles, everything is mild steel. And you know, meaning like a Godrej almari, you pass on generation to generation. Nothing really happens to it. So the fact is that, and mild steel is actually also from an ecological perspective is recyclable. What happens with wooden stuff is sometimes you get demarc and you get a variety of things. It gets sog, humidity, and that investment is actually thrown away. You don't get any recovery in it. With our system, which is mild steel and stainless steel, you can actually sell scrap. You get about 30% for that. So, and this material is recycled. So, so it's actually good on all counts. And this is the benchmark standard globally. I mean, mild steel, powder coated, good quality mild steel lasts for years. What we give is a minimum guarantee of a year, right? Which is of all items, right?
Okay.
And then we want to partner with them because what we are trying to build is a long-term relationship with the retailers. Because what we want to do next level is to bring in advertising revenue that we can share with them. So if you join the Quiktile Club, first level is we'll be transforming these stores, and then a year or two later, we will also bring in other sources of revenue. So it's a step-by-step, a long-term partnership that we want to build.
Thank you, Mr. Mukherjee. I hope, Mr. Mayur, your question has been answered regarding the weight. So Amanji also writes, Mr. Aman Singhal also writes, do you also make office cubicles, or probably we also have a question coming from Ms. Sarita. Do we use any, sorry, please go ahead. In-house or house cubicles for students or something?
No, we don't make. We are focused on the retail markets, not commercial offices. We've designed a lot of offices and have done that, but our product range is specific to currently retail, supermarkets, kiranas, chemists, pharmacies, confectionery, garments, and now mobile phones also will launch. It's actually utilizable in offices because Quiktile is it's a very simple thing. It's like Lego of retail. You literally screw the walls on any surface and you just put the shelf. So it's used. The applications are there, but what we want to do is to offer all solutions in a category. So literally you don't have to go anywhere. You just go to one-stop shop and you've got wooden shelves, you've got glass shelves, you get the whole requirement, which at this point of time we are not going to domestic.
Great. I see Mr. Venkatesh is asking how much cost. So what is the calculations that we do? For example, I have a 300 square feet area, 500 square feet area. How does the calculation is done that how much is going to cost my person or the guy who's going to renovate that place?
So we have 3 product ranges at different price points. The Quick Tracks is at the entry level, which is almost on par for, let's say, typical supermarket racks that you get. So Quick Tracks is priced at that. So what I will say is an average costing, to get to a right average costing, the store size has to be, let's say, is around 400 or 500 square feet. What I mean is if it's a 150 square feet store, because of the floor unit, per square foot rate really goes high because the store is very small when you're calculating. So what we are saying is our pricing starts from 600 rupees a square foot. It goes up all the way to 1500 rupees a square foot. So, we have price points at meaning the need basis on a budget. What we've seen is that we are absolutely competitive at the entry level with supermarket fixtures and all. But the fact is, we know that we want to stand out and look different. The retailer wants to be unique as far as his retail outlet is concerned. So it ranges. So entry level is about 600, goes up to where it's customized with wood and laminate and other powder coated colors.
Fantastic, sir. Fantastic. We have a question from Dinesh S. And that Dinesh sir is asking, do we have a design ideas for ceilings too?
So what we do is when we are proposing a design for a store, we actually give them a lighting plan. We don't design ceilings, but we give them a lighting plan and an electrical plan. So we are giving a complete solution to the person. So basis the fixtures that what should be the lighting plan, what should be the specifications, and if required, we even give recommendations on what your flooring should be, etc. At a very nominal cost. It's not a we actually are designing the whole store, but we don't sort of charge or bill the design cost, but we don't custom design ceiling. We give what is correct for the lighting specifications to be what is perfect for a good shopping experience.
Great, sir. Great. And now we have a question coming up from Aman Singhal. What he's asking, will online sales be routed through the franchise of that particular location? Location specific question.
A very, very good question. Is actually we took the franchise route purely because we've been getting inquiries from all over the country, from Arunachal to Kerala, and we are not able to service the needs that are there around the country. So what we want is our partner franchisee will actually service that location. So even if we get an online inquiry, we are going to direct it to our partner in that local area, who's going to measure the store, meet with the customer, and do the installation. So all online sales will be routed through the franchise.
One more question that I'm seeing here, which is actually, I think, going to be a technical question.
Yeah.
Whether the tiles are applicable directly into the raw brick wall or not, or is there any substitution over plastered wall?
That's cost effective too.
Yeah, so you don't have to paint. You just glue it onto the wall. So you save on painting. So
plaster is the question.
So the wall has to have some structural integrity. If you can't do it on a gypsum wall. So wherever there are areas, let's say an area where there is a temporary wall or a weak wall, right, which is structurally not very sound, then we have another product that we can give, which is self-standing, that is there. Alternatively, what we do is we just put a 3/4 inch ply and screw the tiles on. What we need is just a 3/4 inch ply. That's all. Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me? Because I can't hear you.
Great. So definitely, if you have a roster to you.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Perfect. So I was saying that probably a solution coming up, don't have to repaint if you're moving to a new location or probably, intervening. But just the tiles would be a right solution. A few more questions that I see coming up. Who would design? So we were talking about design. So who takes the decision of designing that? What product? There are two questions here I'm asking you. One is of the SKUs. Do we have certain patterns of SKUs, certain designs or tiles already available that we can show our people who are coming and walking to the shop? And secondly, who takes the decision? Do we give any suggestions? Do we give anything virtual that a lot of paint companies are now doing? You click the wall and then you use the paint color and it comes over to you, Mr. Mukherjee, please.
So we are the design is handled centrally by the qualified design team. It's what we call assisted design. So based on the requirement, what the requirement is taken by the franchisee at the local level, and this requirement is mailed to us at HO, and within 24 or 48 hours the design is sent back for discussion, right? So, and there is a typical to finalize the design, there is once a customer sees what is possible, then he gives his input. So it's assisted design that we provide. We simulate it also. Once the design is final, we even show 3Ds where actually they can virtually see their store. Now all of this will go online with the app. So literally that as you design and drag and drop, the virtual store comes up and you can change colors, you can do whatever you want. So that part also is being integrated. So all of design is done. So we are looking for our partners to actually create awareness in the marketplace, sell directly, and then design is we are providing, and then installation is done as per our design by the partner.
Okay. So what we hear is probably the designs, you also help us with the designing.
Yeah.
How do we look at the cost? Because there'll be a lot of people coming in, for window shopping. So how do we tackle that so that we know we are dealing with the right person?
So there is a set of filters that we in a training program with our sales team, a franchisee team, there is a set of filters that we have. What we also do is we take a nominal upfront design fee, which is adjusted with the price. So that itself actually separates the window shoppers from people who actually want their store designed, right? And we so that is adjusted. It's like 2,000 or 5,000 depending on the store size. And typically, if it's a large store, which is 1,000 square feet or 5,000 square feet, then we show them the whole presentation, and there is a design fee that is adjusted because we've designed a lot of stores and there have been a lot of window shoppers. You're correct. So that little filter helps, and there are other filters also to know, meaning what is the potential of this shopper going in for a chain. What we've seen is anybody who comes to the experience center, it converts to sale. Because these solutions are not available, and also shopper, let's say our customer is not able to visualize what his store can look like. Nobody's shown it to him. His dream, he has, I have a dukan which looks like this, or I have a new store. I don't know what it can look like. So once we show them the visualization, and they come to an experience center, they feel like all those questions of whether it'll take the load, is it strong, how long will it last, etc. All of those concerns get taken care
of. Great. You have a question?
Yeah, I do have a question, sir. Now post pandemic, what we are seeing is lots of competitors are coming up in markets with lots of product. So do we have any kind of specific strategy in terms of beating those price gap or something like that?
Okay. So what we've looked at the market is on the supermarket, supermarket and grocery level, our competitors are regular supermarket fixture manufacturers. Right? They have a very limited product range, whereas we have an extensive range by which you can customize your stores. To develop a product range like that also takes years because a lot of tooling engineering goes behind that, right? But in the chemists, etc., that there are some competitors who are coming in, but effectively, again, like I said, that we have a product range which gives them drawers, various kinds of solutions which are extremely competitive, right? But the point to note is that there is a difference between, let us say, a customer who what we can call is for him, modernization is just buying some racks or getting carpenters and doing it. Like it's a bit of a commodity play. But once we are able to engage with our potential customer from a shopping experience perspective, then the engagement becomes fruitful, because that is when he realizes he needs assistance in lighting or in flooring and various other aspects that combine together. So on one hand, we are offering a design service, specialized service, and we are offering the system, which no competitor today has. Typically there are market suppliers and very basic design skills, but what we are looking for is the top 30% in each tier 2, tier 3 town, a person who's seeing his outlet as an extension of himself, or he's trying to build a brand in that place. And because he's going to compete with the brands who are going to come next door in any case. So we are the team that he requires, yes.
Thank you. Mr. Vinodji, Mr. Mukherjee, Vinodji is asking one question. इनका question है, what products will be displayed? Experience center अगर खोला जाता है तो किस तरीके के products display होंगे यहाँ पे?
Okay. Very good. So we have 3 kinds of wall systems. Let us say, if you take a retail outlet, you can very simply separate into 3 categories. One is all the fixtures that go against the wall, right? Then there are floor fixtures, which are essentially gondolas, end caps, and a range of floor fixtures, which also include display units, cash counters, and billing counters. And the third level is in-store, what you can call is branding and accessories. These are the 3 categories. So every showroom will have all the 3 product ranges of the walls. It will have a range of all the floor fixtures that are there. It will also have display various kinds of shelves that are possible. The experience center will have all solutions for supermarket groceries. We'll have all kinds of solutions for chemists, then confectionery, fruit and vegetables. And right now, I think we also want to have actually a couple of areas where we are showing typical garment fixtures as well. And yeah.
So, Mr. Mukherjee, how would we reach the mass? हमारी marketing strategy क्या होगी कि लोगों को पता चलना शुरू हो कि there is something called Quiktile, there is solution. So what is the marketing strategy? Because हमारा plan है pan India roll out करना, and it has to come with a bang.
Yeah.
So what is the marketing strategy ताकि हमारे investors को एकदम से footfall मिलना शुरू हो जाए, business मिलना शुरू हो जाए?
See, let us just take grocery market. Let's say a town, tier 2 town, and it's a grocery market, right? Let us say it has about 20,000 or 25,000 of these groceries, right? So our marketing strategy is largely online with certain advertising during the launch, which is analog, old school advertising. This product, what we are saying is the marketing strategy is aimed at, let's say, organizations and bodies, which are trade organizations and bodies, which are actually in one place, be it chemist body or be it a pharmacy body. Or what we are saying is the other route is through builders who actually are setting up new shopping complexes and this, and also to create awareness with architects. So to answer that question, the big bang is like, let's say we just have a partner joining us in Nagpur. We are going to launch Nagpur to say, okay, there'll be a launch which will be online and will be some newspaper ads and magazine ads will be there. But what we've seen is really strategically, what you have to do is to convert 3 or 4 stores in key locations. You acquire nothing like seeing it done, because we acquire one store in a marketplace and suddenly next day the store is modernized. Promptly, it's promptly and all these communities are reasonably tight. So you are talking to groups of fairly focused people who have needs. So the other area is to actually have webinars or actual physical seminars where you invite them to come to the store and you show them what the new age retailing is like.
Wait, Mukherjee, I'm sorry, Mr. Mukherjee, I'm so sorry. I'm talking in Hindi also because we have a
Please,
blended audience.
It is absolutely fine. I'm actually now.
हमारी मातृभाषा है ही.
I come from Bhilai, which is in Chhattisgarh. So Hindi.
Okay. So, Mr. Mukherjee, अभी भी questions लोगों को clarify नहीं हुआ. ये material है क्या? ये क्या material?
Mild steel है. It's mild steel.
Mild steel.
हाँ, steel. It's steel. स्टील में भी आपकी स्कूटर माइंड स्टील में बनता है, गाड़ी माइंड स्टील में बनता है, गोदरेज अलमारी माइंड स्टील में बनता है, आपका स्टील फर्नीचर बनता है. तो इट्स माइंड स्टील. इसकी लाइफ 25-30 साल है. मतलब आप एक पाउडर कोट होने के बाद उसको कुछ करना ही नहीं पड़ता. मीनिंग इट लास्ट फॉरएवर. सो
I have one question because this is something very important which is going to be in terms of support system, right? Sir, as you said earlier that you will be starting throughout pan India kind of operations or something like that. So what would be the module of training? Let's say somebody is going to get this franchise model. So what would be the module of training? Is it going to be a physical training or going to be, nowadays people are also believing in, Zoom kind of training or virtual kind of training?
No, it will be actual physical training. There is no replacement for physical training. So actually our sales team will go there. And actually, once the showroom is ready and we are launching, during the launch, there's a lot of handholding that we will do from actually pitching it and converting certain sales, let's say 5 or 10 of these outlets, right? So all the FAQs, all the questions and all the concerns, we have all of this program is there, but this program will be actually physically implemented with them. Also, installation team, we have installers who will go there and work with their local team to do 4 or 5. It's not complex at all, meaning the system is very easy to use, but typical challenges. So our team will handhold over 4 or 5 of these outlets. We are also going to use video and other training modules so that this reference is there. So if they get new people, they themselves can train those people. So we are going to handhold how to measure, how to sell, how to install. And that program typically, if we do that in a week, the team is perfectly equipped to handle it.
Mr. Mukherjee, a few more questions coming up. One is, will it work on first floor? I guess yes.
Yeah. What is the question? Will it work on?
On first floor, if somebody has a
Yeah.
space on first floor, will it work?
Yeah. We are doing stores with a 2, 3 floor high,
Okay.
so that's not a problem.
Second is on operational side, how many staff members would I need, and what would be the average salary?
Okay, so I'll give you your average manpower cost. It's there in the presentation. We are looking at, let's say there is a manager of the franchise. That's one. I will not, it could be the promoter himself. So I'm not talking about that. What we are looking for initially is one salesperson and a team of 3, 1 senior installers and 2 junior installers. Right. So these installers, etc., will be the people who will go take the measurement of the place and who will go back and install. Right. And there is one salesperson. That is a good enough team to be able to do 24,000 square feet in a year. And as the volume increases, either the sales team can be beefed up or the installation team. What we suggest is, if when you're adding installation team, you will need to add a pair every time, because for ease of installation, there is somebody who's screwing it and drilling it. There's somebody who's passing him the material. So initial team of 3, and so your maximum outflow fixed cost, if you're saying, is in the range of 80,000 to 90,000 rupees. Does that answer the question?
Yeah. So now we have a couple of more questions that we are taking from here. First question is from Aman Singhal.
Okay.
What he is asking, which is very relevant. I would take this question because it's related to services that, let's say, wear and tear. So how often, let's say somebody is having a problem with tiles, wear and tear, then how often and how soon people are going to get this thing fixed?
So they will come within 24 hours of your
24 hours.
So 1 year of warranty period that we covered.
Yeah.
Post warranty.
See, the thing is these are designed for heavy use. But let us say if there is a shelf that is, because they're mild steel, they're very hard, right? Stainless steel and mild steel, they're very difficult to damage, but if, let us say, somebody, an 80-kilo person stands on a shelf where the rating is 50 to 60 kilos. So that is, but what we want to inculcate in us and all our partners is that, look, we want a long-term relationship with each of the retailers, right? So post installation service is key to it. A lot of people come and ask for accessories, different things. So our response time, because we will have inventory in the warehouse, that can be sort of installed in 24 hours.
Great. Now we have a last question coming up here from Mayur, which is actually again relevant question. Is this material, like we already discussed, mine steel, is it cheaper than our regular material? Whatever the regular material now.
So regular material typically folds, पहले जो बनता था वो wood board में बनता था, पेंट होता था.
Right.
या तो उसके बाद लैमिनेट होना चालू हो गया. एक तो वो wood board और लक्कड़ और लैमिनेट एक मटेरियल यूजेज हो गया, और दूसरा है जो सुपरमार्केट फिक्सर्स जो मिलते हैं रेडी, वो भी माइंड स्टील के ही बनते हैं. So to answer the question, actually if you use, अगर आप सही क्वालिटी का बोर्ड और लैमिनेट यूज करें तो क्विकटाइल सस्ता है. क्विकटाइल सस्ता है, दो तरीके से सस्ता है, पर एक्चुअल कॉस्ट पर स्क्वायर फीट में सस्ता है, और दूसरा है कि क्विकटाइल 48 घंटे में आपका दुकान मॉडर्नाइज करता है. आप लक्कड़ पे जाएंगे तो आपका 3 हफ्ता 4 हफ्ता कहीं नहीं गया.
That is the best part. That is the best part.
And also what is, और एक चीज होता है, जब कोई लक्कड़ में बनाता है तो वो मटेरियल ऑप्टिमाइजेशन आ जाता है. तो इतने बोर्ड लाने हैं, तो आपका शेल्फ हाइट जो डिटरमिन होता है वो एक्चुअल एसकेयू की रिक्वायरमेंट से नहीं होता. वो है कि ठीक है, अगर मुझे छोटा करना है तो मुझे 2 बोर्ड और लेने पड़ेंगे, तो शायद मैं 2 बोर्ड नहीं लूंगा. वो कारपेंटर, अच्छा नहीं सर 20 बोर्ड में हो जाएगा. तो आपका शेल्फ जो है वो 20 इंच हाई हो जाता है, जिसमें कि प्रोडक्ट एक के सर के ऊपर एक डालो तो पूरा मॉडर्नाइजेशन के बाद वो स्टोर उतना गंदा ही दिखता है पहले.
True, sir.
Mr. Mukherjee, I'm so happy कि बहुत सारे questions आ रहे हैं. Touchwood, we are getting a overwhelming response. We still have 4 minutes left, तो मैं time use करना चाहूंगा आपका. Mr. Mukherjee, for example, सबसे पहला minimum हम area कितना उठाएंगे? ऐसा कुछ हमने define किया, like we will do minimum of 50 square feet, 50 square feet, nothing like 100 square feet or something?
No, from
Minimum.
a sales perspective, sales and installation perspective. Okay.
Yes.
So no, what we are saying is you have to, minimum we are expecting is 2,000 square feet per month by the second month or third month.
No, my question is my buyers are coming. I'm looking from buyers perspective.
Okay.
तो कितना shop size minimum होगा जो हम renovate करेंगे, modernize करेंगे? Minimum.
हमारे कस्टमर मतलब कस्टमर जो आ रहे हैं, है ना, तो इतना नहीं 100 स्क्वायर फीट 80 स्क्वायर फीट 100 स्क्वायर फीट से लेके 10,000 ले लीजिए,
कुछ भी ले सकते, there is no limitation to it. ठीक है. And अगर यहाँ पे example में बात करें हम लोग, just to give a cost effective idea, अगर मेरे को 300 square feet build up कराना है, modernize कराना है, what average cost do you think will be there? And this includes like walls and shelves and maybe like a chemist shop, a pharmacy.
देखिए केमिस्ट का कॉस्ट थोड़ा हायर होता है क्योंकि कुछ केमिस्ट लोग ड्रॉर्स प्रेफर करते हैं, है ना. हमारे पास अलग अलग सॉल्यूशंस हैं, पर अगर जब ड्रॉर्स बन जाता है तो केमिस्ट का पर स्क्वायर फुट रेट थोड़ा बढ़ जाता है. पर आपका अगर 300 स्क्वायर फीट का किराना है तो मीनिंग आई एम सेइंग लाइक आई सेड 500-600 रुपए स्क्वायर फुट है, तो आप 1.5 to 1.8 lakhs में यू आर गेटिंग कंप्लीट किराना फिट आउट, एवरीथिंग, सब कुछ उसमें इन स्टोर ग्राफिक्स भी आ गया और सब फिक्सचर्स आ गए, शॉप बिलिंग काउंटर्स आ गए, डिस्प्ले यूनिट,
कस्टमाइज काइंड ऑफ प्रोडक्ट है, कस्टमाइज कर सकते हैं.
तो मतलब नहीं, हमारे पास साइजेस मॉड्यूलर है, यू हैव टू पिक एंड चूज. So to that degree, what you're doing is you're customizing it using from the existing range of products. It's like Lego. Lego fixed sizes आते हैं. हमारा एक टाइल है, हाफ टाइल है, शेल्फ भी उसी बेसिस पे आता है. So you customize it using the parts of the system.
So business partner के perspective, for example, we have an investor who would like to open your outlet. इनके पास ऑर्डर आता है तो सामान जो मटेरियल होगा सीधा डिलीवरी कहाँ पे होगा? At the merchant's place or the user's end?
So what we are doing is that our partner will have to keep, what we're saying is about 16 lakhs worth of stock in the warehouse, right?
अच्छा.
And 16 लाख का स्टॉक रखना, which is essentially आप समझ लीजिए 2000 स्क्वायर फीट के स्टोर्स का स्टॉक. ठीक है, so which can translate into just 4 stores of 500 or it can be 1 store of 2000 or whatever it is. So वो स्टॉक जरूरी है. And based on a forecasting to say that, look, my partner is talking to 6 of these people, right? Based on so from a manufacturing side, we plan from forecasting that, look, it looks like we have another 1,000 square feet is required. So we manufacture, and once the design is finalized and the advance is collected by the franchisee, then from the warehouse the material goes directly to the retail outlet. What we in the protocol of how we make sure that the store is ready for fit up. क्योंकि
Great.
आप समझिए this is lot like आपका जो फेनेस्टा एंड द विंडोज होते हैं ना, एक तरीके से, और मॉड्यूलर किचन वही इसी का एक्सटेंशन. रिटेल.
Mr. Mukherjee, very true, because आप एक बहुत बड़ी unorganized industry को organize करने की हमने यहाँ पे कोशिश करी है, पहल करी है, and lot of people would be really happy because आप ROI या फिर calculate करेंगे अपनी shop, कुछ भी खोलते हैं, 15 दिन लगाएंगे, लेबर लगाएंगे, डिजाइनिंग होगा, it is going to take lot of sales time. Within 24 hours, I'm ready. Within 48 hours, I'm ready to open a store and start earning my operations.
Correct.
Great. Mr. Mukherjee, so nice of you to be part of this, and for my audience, if you have any questions, please write to us, or probably can also reach us on the hotline number, which is 9717 683838. I write it down again, 9717 683838. Archana, over to you for your last comments, please.
So thank you so much, Mr. Mukherjee. Thank you so much, Kunal. Thanks, Saras. Thanks all the dear participants for joining in today. Connect with us at our business hotline number, which is 9717683838. Also write to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. In case you wish to understand more business opportunities, different kind of the associations we provide to all the investors, join management team of Franchise India, Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am at their LinkedIn IDs. And tomorrow, under our business opportunity of a chai webinar series, we are bringing the brand Electrivia. That's the brand work in the EV sector. So that's the brand we are inviting for you to join tomorrow webinar by doing registration. Registration can be done by joining us at the Facebook page or connect with us at our business hotline number. Thank you once again for joining in today. Have a great day ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot.
So much.
You
Thanks
too,
for
everyone.
joining.
Thank you. Bye. Take care. Bye. Thank you.